Hello everybody, I'm Para and in today's video I'm about to teach you how to deploy your own meme token project. This using DexAppBuilder as your companion for development. Your meme token project will be hosted in your very own hosting and domain, both free and also will have their own ERC20 token that will be called with the name of the project, and the decentralized application will also have a wallet section, a swap section for trading tokens, and other things. In this video, we will start from scratch in the Web3 environment. Without any further ado, let's start. The first thing you need to do is to navigate into DexAppBuilder.dexkit.com. I will leave you in the video description the link for the tool, so you will just need to click and navigate directly into here. Once you're here, you need to connect your wallet by clicking in the button at the top right Navbar. You will see the modal with the available options. Use your proper wallet to connect. We will be using MetaMask and I will choose my account. The first thing you need to do is to create your profile into DexAppBuilder platform. This in order to register your wallet and have another benefits. For example, some components will require you to have your own profile. For example, the team component that allows you to create team members and give them some permissions to manage your DApp. In our case, we will click here in the left, add the wallet in the nav menu. We click on view profile and we will digitally sign with our wallet in the first time. We sign there and we wait a little. As you can see, my profile is loaded, is the username, a short bio and the longer bio. You can put here your username, a short bio and your long bio. You can also add or connect more wallets attached to this account, and even you can connect your Twitter or X profile and your Discord profile. In this case, this will give you more personality to your profile. When we finish to load all the information, we click on Save, we confirm it, and we proceed to the next part, that is the contract creation for the ERC20 token. For this, we will need to enter into DexGenerator. We need to go into Deploy Contract section and we need to select which contract of the ones listed below are we about to use. We will use this one, token. We click on it and we wait until the formulary is loaded. Okay, we got it. Now we need to choose here among the networks that we're about to deploy our token. We recommend always to deploy your token first on testnets. You can use BNB Smart Chain, you can use Gorley from Ethereum, you can use Sepulia from Ethereum as well, and the Sepulia from Blast. We will be using Polygon because this will be the definitive video, and we will be also creating a liquidity pool on Uniswap to give price to our token. Which will be the name of our token? Let's use this name, NapCoin. Which will be the symbol or ticker. Keep it short here. We'll use Nap. And in the description, we will put the description for this token. We need also to use an image for our token. Let's click on the image and we will select these pillows. We need also to choose which will be the creator address for this contract. You can see we have an address here by default that is my address, the address connected in the wallet. But we will be also needing another kind of addresses for the contract. For example, we need a primary sale recipient that will receive all the revenues for the token sale, and we will be also have a recipient address that will works as a platform fee. In this case, we will have here another different address from the another two above. You can use the three addresses, the same address on the three fields, and it will work good as well. But we are doing this with three different addresses. We want to give a little percentage here, not too much, to avoid people run away from our application. We want the people using our token, people trading our token, so the platform fee will be low. Once we finish everything here in the main contract, we need just to click on deploy and wait for the wallet interaction. This will charge us some little amount of the token, of the network token that we are using for this purpose. I'm using Polygon and this is charging me 0.1 NATIC. I click on deploy and I will just wait until the contract is deployed on Polygon network. It won't take too much, so we can just wait. As you can see, the transaction is confirmed. It didn't pass too much time, and we have here below some buttons to check. For example, if we click on View in Explorer, we can see the contract of our token is correctly deployed. We can see here in the contract section that we deployed a token RC20 contract from Fairweb, and here are all the functions for our token contract and all the associated files. We can close here and we can create forms for this contract. How so? We can just use some functions on this contract and embed them on little UIs for your clients to interact with it. You can also create burn buttons, so your clients will be able to burn their tokens by just clicking on button. We don't want to do this right now, we just want to see the back end of the just deployed contract. So for this purpose, we just click on the Manage Contract button, and you can see here that the contract details are loaded right now. Here's the name, here's the network, here's the description. Oh, I forgot to mention that you can use Markdown for the description, but you can change this later as well. Here is the link for the Explorer that we saw seconds ago. Let's see the view page. Here is the public page for the token. The public page won't be loaded for the people. Here we are just showing you some components compatible with your tokens. For example, the view and sell trade component and the main model for the token management. Let's close this and let's mint our first token batch. For this purpose, we click on mint and we select how many tokens we're about to mint from the contract. Let's mint 1 billion. You can see that we have 1000 millions is 1 billion. So we have 1 billion tokens about to be minted. We can send those tokens straight to another address, just mint the tokens to another address, or we can mint it and keep the tokens that we're about to do this right now. Okay, we select the amount supply or the initial supply because we can mint more tokens after, and we confirm the transaction on the wallet. This transaction is even cheaper, it's just 1 cent the value. The transaction is confirming the minting of 1 billion NAP to my address is ready, so we can update the backend and you can see that my address, that is this one, holds the whole supply for the token. Okay, I have the whole supply. Let's check now on the metadata section. Here we can change the name of the contract and we can also improve the description of this contract. Remember that I said you that you can use Markdown for this? Yes, you can also change this and use Markdown. We fill everything. Now we can click on update if we made changes, or we can go to the other tab, that is the admin tab. In the admin tab you can see who is the admin of this contract, who have all the powers of this contract, that is my address. You can add more addresses if you want to have another admin. Who will be the minter of creator, this is my address. You can add more address for minting. Who here on this contract can transfer, my address can transfer, and also you can add more metadata on this contract if you want to, and just click on update. Once it finishes, it will trigger a transaction to the blockchain. It will charge you a little amount of money, that is the gas fee, and the changes will be successfully done. In this case, we just finish here and we will go back to the token tab and check the other two buttons. We have the burn button that we can just burn some tokens. We click on burn and it will trigger a transaction on the blockchain. We confirm it and then we refresh the backend. Once it's confirmed, the supply will be reduced and the balance will be reduced as well because we lost those coins. We are not about to burn any token right now, so you know how it works. And the last button is the transfer button. We can transfer straight from here the NapCoins to any address, any amount, and we have here our balance. Now we have our token finished. Let's click here on View Explorer and you can see that here is our token, NapCoin. We have the contract, we have one simple interaction here, that is the minting process. If we make another changes, those changes will be reflected here. That's why we recommend first to deploy on testnet, do all the changes you want, and When you have everything set, you can deploy after on mainnet. Now, we're about to create a liquidity pool on Uniswap for this token. This liquidity pool will hold a little value, it won't be too much, and we will freeze some of these tokens and the matic in the pool, so people will be able to buy your coin and pay the current price, calculating the circulating supply and the total supply, as all the other tokens do. Let's create our first liquidity pool on Uniswap for NapCoin. For this purpose, we just click on New tab and we open Uniswap. We click on Launch Swap. We just wait until the application opens. You connect your wallet in a similar way that you connected your wallet in DexAppBuilder by clicking connecting your wallet, and now you just click on pool. We will choose among the V3 or the V2 pools. Let's use the V2 pool. Let's create a pair. Click on create a pair. We can select here which will be the pairs for this token. We said that we will be using matic and we will be using NapCoin, that is our coin. If you can't see your token here as I do, you can go to the Explorer, copy the contract here and paste it. It will be appear for you. Okay, we have a billion nap and we have some matic. We will using two matic, and we will use for those two matic this amount of tokens. 4.5 million of NAP tokens are to matic. Okay, we're about now to approve the NAP token to be spent on Uniswap. We click on approve and we wait just a little until the approval is done. Okay, the approval is done, and now we need just to supply here below. We read you are creating a pool of matic and nap. You are depositing 2 matic. You are depositing 4.5 million nap. The rates are 1 matic, 2 millions of naps, and 1 nap is this amount of matic. Let's create a pool and supply and confirm in your wallet in order to have the transaction confirmed. Just send the transaction and we can close here and wait until the transaction is totally accepted in the blockchain. You can see here that we are on pending. Let's wait a few seconds until this is done. Okay, as you can see, our liquidity pool is correctly deployed as well. Let's give it a look. Pool here again, V2 pools, and you can see your V2 pool of matic and nap now deployed. You can see that we pulled some tokens and our share in the pool is 100% because we are the only holders right now. Now your clients can trade your token using your pooled tokens as an exchange. Those pooled tokens will increase the value when people is trading them. When you feed your pool with more tokens, the value will go lower because it will have a more circulating supply and the value will be recalculated with the circulating supply. Now we have our liquidity pool, we have our token created. We want now to create our decentralized application for this token. Let's go back to DexAppBuilder. Let's click on Home and let's see how we can start creating this project. Our goal now is to create a decentralized application to host our token and all the branded resources of it. We will host as well a swap platform as long we give some liquidity to our token, and we will host as well a wallet section where your clients will be able to check their holdings and even transfer them. This also with some NFTs. First of all, we need to choose among building an app from scratch, from the wall zero, or starting from a template. We predefined some templates for your ease. You can just clone all of these templates and start from them. Let's give it a look to this Cyber Chaos one. This is some kind of meme token as well that was created as an example of all the things you can do with DexAppBuilder. You can start from this template or you can select another one. Let's see this one, the bestiary. You have as well the bestiary that is not a meme token but is also an NFT collection with a template very elaborated as well and a token. You can see that all the images are related to the NFTs. Here is loading the NFT section that you see all those NFTs can be bought, and you can see as well in the menu that you have some sections here for NFT holders, for token holders, the swap section that we're about to use as well for our application, and the wallet section that we will use as well. But we don't want to use either this template. We close it and we see another templates as well. Let's have a look at this one. This template is for remote services where you can offer to your remote clients your services as IT service or design services, and you can sell some NFTs as keys to talk with you or with your team. When those NFTs expires, your client time will be expired as well, and they will need to buy another NFT in order to get more support. We see that we don't need as well this template. We see that we have another video blog template, we have a simple blog with markdown, and we have some swap platforms. We see that we can create our own project. Let's click on Build My App. Clicking on there will open you the new modal on creating a DApp. In the name of your app will be the domain name, so you can't use special characters or uppercase letters. You can just use lowercase letters. Let's use this name, Siesta. Siesta is nap in Spanish, so it has some kind of vinculation with the token name. In the email to receive notifications, you need to use a real email. In this case, I will use my work email because it's real and it needs to be verified. Once we finish, we click on Create App and the settings were sent almost instantly, and we click on View App. That will carry us to the management section. The first thing we see here is that we need to verify our email. For this purpose, we go to our email, we copy the link, or we just click in the link, and we verify our email. You can see that our email is verified with the application. You can close it, and let's now reload it, and you can see the image is disappeared. In the general section here in settings is the very basic settings. So you can change the app name, you can change the notification email, and you can change also the logos. Let's use some cheap logos for our application as long we are using some kind of sleepy token. So you can also change the logo sizes on desktop and the logo sizes on mobile, the fav icon, the language for the interface, and the default currency among a few ones. We will use the dollar and English by default. Let's save on this, and the configuration is sent already. We need just to wait a few seconds until this goes to production. It's refresh the cache, and we can keep going forward with other things in the application as well. For example, in the domain section is a section that will allow you to put or input your custom domain. You can use here your custom domain, click on save, and this will make appear a few registries that you will need to enter in your DNS management platform in order to redirect all the traffic from here to your domain. This is an easy procedure, but we are not doing it right now because we are using the free domain that DexKit gives us by creating our DApp. How can we check it? We click on Open URL, and you can see that siesta.dexkit.app, that is the application that we just created, is live now. You can see it holds a whole myriad of components from Kittygochi. Kittygochi is our DexKit pet, so those components are placed here as an example, so you can just remove them or substitute them by other ones. Let's go back into the management and let's click on team. You can add here team members to manage your DApp in several ways. But wait a second. Do you remember when I said you that for some kind of functions it's mandatory to have a DexAppBuilder profile? I hope you remember it. In any case, that section is here below in the video, so you can go back and review that explanation about why we need to create a profile with DexAppBuilder. Once you want to add a team member for your application, you must be assured that your team member created before an account with DexAppBuilder. The best way to do it is adding a member, pasting their address, and saving. Once you save it, if the saving is successfully, it's because the member already have a DexAppBuilder account. But what happens if your client doesn't have ever created a DexAppBuilder account? Well, you just click on Add Member, you paste their address, and you click on Save. And you can see an error saying that you can only add accounts that already logged on DexAppBuilder. So it's mandatory for your team members to add their addresses by logging on DexAppBuilder in the first time and creating a profile. Once we add a member here, we toggle on the permissions and we can see that we have some permission of reading, the general and several other ones. You can head up to our documentation. I will leave you in the video description a link for that documentation section where we explain some permissions here, and we also highlight the permissions with colors so you will know which permissions are critical and which others are not. For this purpose, I will toggle all the permissions because that other address is mine, so I have no fear of being hacked or being defaced or any other bad thing. So, once we add our team members, we proceed now to the version section. The version section is another important section because it lets you to save your progress. How to do this? When you finish your whole application and you think that this can be the base of your application, you can go here and add an app version. You can use this kind of numeration or the ones you want also to use. You can use also names or another kind of numeration. We describe this as the base app because it is the base app, is the whole finished app. If we commit some changes that we don't want to keep after, we can head again to version and click on set up to this version. In this case, all those unwanted changes will be rolled back and your application will be again in the base version. You can do this if your application will host seasons. For example, if you will host a Halloween season and you will change all the colors for your application, or you will host a Christmas season and you will host other colors and you will host another content, you can create those versions, save the versions, and easily go back to the base version on the other season as well. I hope this is clear for you. Let's proceed now with the ownership. The ownership allows you to sell your DApp designs. If you are a designer, you can design or create DApp designs and mint them as an NFTs. After minted as an NFTs on Polygon network, you can trade them on any decentralized NFT marketplace in the internet. You can also transfer those designs to any other address for zero fees, and you can also display those NFTs in your art gallery and make your clients to buy your designs. Once they buy your designs, they can deploy their own decentralized applications in DexAppBuilder using that design that they back to you. So you will earn not only for the design, but also for the royalties on each sale of that NFT. You can set the NFT image or the design image, the name, the description, add attributes, and you can hide as well the signature of your application. You can see that the cloned app that we're about to modify hosts the signature of TextKit in the footer. If you hold 1000 KIT on any of the networks we have, Ethereum, Binance, or Polygon, you will be able to use the ownership section in a wall. This section can be used only by holding 1000 KIT. You don't need to spend them. You just need to hold those kits in the wallet that you are using to create your application. Once you hold those 1000 kits, this platform will search and query those tokens and open this section for you. If you don't have the 1000 kit, this section won't open for you. Inside metadata, you can change everything here as well to make your NFT better looking and also to be displayed in the directory of applications. You can use the networks, you can put the use cases, and you can even use a markdown description. We won't be using anything here, we just will proceed to social media. Here are all the profiles on social media on your decentralized application. If you are creating the Siesta application, and you have a Siesta Instagram profile, and you have a Siesta Twitter profile, and you have a Siesta YouTube channel, a company, a Facebook, a Reddit, or another social profiles, you can add it here by clicking on Add Custom, and all the profiles or links you want to be displayed here in the footer of your decentralized application. In this case, we are not adding new links, and we will keep these links as well because this is an example app. Let's toggle off the settings. Now our goal is to continue with our app configuration. In this case, we are about now to go to the fees section. In this section, we're about to change the default fee address. You can see that for the marketplace fees, we are charging 1% that will go to the default address. You just need to change that fee by clicking in the pencil and pasting the address and using the preferred fee. We recommend to keep it low, the percentage, and we delete the default address. We save it, and we have now the marketplace fee settled down. This marketplace fee will be only for NFT listings and tradings inside your application. This won't apply for the swap platform. If you want to modify those fees, just click below the marketplace fees and go to the swap fees section, edit the fee, place your address, keep it as it is if you want, low, because it will impact in the price of your clients every time that your clients do a swap trading here. They will be charged with this percentage, and this percentage will go to this wallet. Now you finish, you save it, you toggle off this, and let's open the data now. Let's go to the collection on the data, and here you will be able to put all your NFT collections on this DApp. We see that we have the Kirigochi on Ethereum and Kirigochi on Smart Chain and the Polygon, but we want to remove those collections as long we are not using them. We save them and we keep this on blank because we are not using NFTs for this example. Now we go below collections, and this section is important because it will have all the default token enabled in your application. Remember that we created a coin called NapCoin for our application? Yeah, well, we go to the navigator, we click on copy address, and we go back here, we click on import, we select the network, we paste the contract address, and it will trigger automatically the name of the token, the symbol, the decimals, and we will use our own logo because this token is not on CoinGecko. If the token is on CoinGecko, it will load even the image. We click on import, we go to the end of the list tokens, and we turn it on. We make it tradable by turning it on. You can see, you can save it, and now the token is available to be traded in your platform and to be used with all the components in your platform. As long this is a Polygon project, we are about to turn on all the Polygon default tokens we put here for you to make it easy to trade. We save it. You can import all the tokens you want as well, even in other networks, because if you select in the networks all the networks, your swap platform and your NFT components will be even more usable because all those networks will be connected. In our case, as long our application will be on Polygon, we just need to edit and select all those unwanted networks and just remove them. We just keep Polygon because this will be the host network, and we see that we have the networks from Polygon, that we have the tokens from Polygon, and we have our own token, and we have only Polygon network enabled. We toggle off this section, and now we turn on the analytics. Let's see on the events. The events are all the things that happen inside your application. It will record on-chain events and off-chain events. As long as this is a new application, there is 0 events on here. You can view the user events. We don't have anyone. You can filter the events among all these events. You can filter by date, you can filter by network, you can filter by referral, and you can filter by address. You have an address, it will filter and will show you all the addresses or the events vinculated to that address. So you can export as well all the data, and you can manage the columns and the density of the columns. These for on-chain events. It's going to off-chain events. You can see all the procedures that will be recorded here, and you can search them in the bar. As long as we are not doing anything here, we proceed to the leaderboard. What is the leaderboard? The leaderboard is the gamification part of your application. You can gamify everything in your application and make your clients to earn points by simple tasks, by only logging in your app, by trading, by limit trading, by transferring NFTs, by a lot of things. Let's create one leaderboard with the first leaderboard. We put a title, we put a description, and we save it. You can see this is the first leaderboard. You can use different titles for seasonal events. You can use quarterly events. You can do anything to reward your clients. You can edit the leaderboard, you can watch it, and you can export it a CSV, then you can use those information received in the CSV to reward your clients in the manner you want, by airdropping, by splitting funds, by anything you want. So let's click on edit leaderboard to see what is this about. We see some rules here that can be swap, can be logging, can be a set listing of NFTs, can be a set offer of NFTs, or buy a drop collection or buy a drop edition. You can, for example, if your client makes a swap, it will give 15 points to that client. But if we want to filter this, we can choose the network, we choose the amount, and we also choose the token. But let's keep it without filters. For example, we will give 15 points to any person that swaps on any network of our DApp application. We just have Polygon, but it will give 15 points to the person that swaps on Polygon. We can create as well another rule on accept listing, accept offer. Let's put an accept offer. We put 30 points, and we also add a buy drop collection, 25 points, and we add another rule of buy drop edition on 25 points as well. We save it, and we see now that by editing the leaderboard, we can see all the permissions here, or the rules, better said, for feeding this leaderboard. We can see the metadata, we can edit the metadata. If we commit a mistake or we want to add more things, remember that you can use Markdown for this and display a better formatted text here. And you can also export the leaderboard as CSV as we talked before, but you can do it from there as well. Let's go back to the leaderboard list. We see we have our leaderboard, and we just toggle off the analytics part and we open the integration one. Let's see the general. We only have or offer dark block asset integration. In this case, you will need to access to darkblock.io and read their documentation and see what you can do with this. In this video, we will talk about this, so we will proceed to the most important section and the most time-consuming section on your application, that is the layout section. Now we are going to design our app in the layout section. We open the layout section, we go into the theme section, and we choose among the predefined color palette that we just used to make your work easy, or you can use a custom palette, clicking on custom, clicking on general, selecting your primary color, your secondary color, your background color, paper color, this one, and the text color. We will use this as a primary color, but we will use a light blue color. And now we have two different tones of blue. We have the primary blue, we have the secondary blue, and we now can select among other colors for the success messages, the error messages, the info messages, and the warning messages. We can keep it as it is, and we also can change the border radius. We put on 8, we can put on 0, and you see all the corners are square. We can do even rounded assets, And we can also change the font among all the fonts here. All those fonts from Google Fonts, and we can just click on save, save again in the model, and the settings were successfully sent to production. Now we click on the page layout and we will see the pages list. On this list we will have all the pages we want for our application. We will have our page list here. We can click on the sole one we have, that is the home page, and we can work on this single page. We have here a features section, a collection section, a video section, and a call to action section. Let's have a look on the preview. This is the default template for any DApp. We can just remove those components and save and wait a few seconds until everything is sent to production. Let's refresh and you can see that everything now is rounded in the corners, even the connect wallet button, and we have an empty page. What we are going to do? Well, let's add a custom section. Let's add a background. Here we need the image URL. We will be very soon using an upload component here for the images or just a pick image from your gallery. At this moment we don't have that functionality, so we need to look for the asset we want as a background asset. I find the correct one. Now I paste it here and it will load some background. You can use parallax effect or not, or you can keep the inner padding. We can darken more the background, or we can leave it as it is. We can make it lighter, or we can use single or gradient color. At this moment this background will be like this. We will now add some components inside the background. First of all, we need to add an image. We select among the components and we click here on the image. Let's upload some of the images we have for this project. We have here a sheep. Let's upload it. Let's select it. Sheep. We put a name to the sheep. We can change the size. We can change the position. We can add more padding to this image. For example, we add 10 of padding. We will keep it on 0. We can add more border radius, or we can choose an action when your visitors click on the image. At this moment we will leave this image as it is without any responsive action, and we will add now a text section. We will write here, welcome to Siesta. Siesta is the name of our DApp. We can change the size of the text. Let's use 100 to see how it looks. Put it in the center. Remember, we change the font on here. The font that you are viewing here is not the font that we selected. The font that you are watching here right now, or viewing right now, is the default font from DexAppBuilder. You can save your section here. You can save again, and we wait a little until this section is on production. We can just update it. Now you see that we have our background component with the image. We have the sheep we have using as an image, and the text. Let's click again on the section. Let's add more things to this section. Let's add more text, and let's use a slogan for this. Let me think on a slogan. So I have a slogan: the most pleasant place to rest your funds. We center it. We change the sizings. If we used here 100, we can use here 60. We can also change it for heading 1, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. We can also create an anchor here. We can also add a hyperlink. We can add a numbered list. We can add an unordered list. We can add a quote. We can add a block quote. And we can also change the color of the text. In this case, we will leave it as it is, but we want to make another things or another changes. Let's add a divider here. This is a point that will divide both texts. Let's use some emojis here. We click on save again, and we have an update in progress. Let's edit this and let's build a name by clicking in the pencil and change this component name. We click on enter and it will take the name. We click on save section. We see that the name is already changed. We click on save again to save the name. We go back to our application and we just reload it. You can see welcome to Siesta, the most pleasant place to rest your funds. Okay, let's add more sections to our application. Let's add a custom section or another custom section with an empty background, but we will be using another text. We paste the logo here, slogan. We can change it, the font size. We can use a bigger font size. So we can change the section name, slogan section. We click on enter. We can select here and create a hyperlink. The hyperlink will be the token tracker on Polygon. We click here, we copy the address, we paste it, we click on open new window and we click on OK. We save again, and we hope until the new changes are sent to production. You can click again on the DApp, refresh and wait a little. You can see that you have a slogan here, but this slogan is not centered, or it doesn't have any padding. Let's improve this. We can just click on it and we can add a stack and a stack here. We can add another stack here. We can click here, we can click here, and we save. Now it will look like this. Or if you don't want to use any stack, we can use dividers or separators. We delete this, we add one, and we add some dividers. Divider here, and we can create another divider here and just drag it until we want. This is all the space we want to have with the dividers. We save it, we click to see, and we see that the spaces are better looking. Let's click on save, and let's wait until the changes are sent to production. Let's refresh our DApp. You see that now things looks better here. Okay, let's add another new section. If we add a predefined section, we click there on predefined section, and we see some components we have by default. We can showcase galleries, we can use carousel of images, we can use call to actions, we can use the leaderboards or display the leaderboards. Remember that we know already how to create leaderboards for our application. We can display them also in any of the pages. In this case, we are not using any of the default components. Close this and we add a custom section. We want to add some images of ships. In this case, we can just drag an image here. We can select the image and we pick it with a name. We can also lower the size, and we can also add padding. We can keep the sizes, the normal size, and we can reduce the size as well using dividers or stack components. Let's use a divider. Take the divider here, we place the divider, and it will look smaller, but we can't do anything with that divider. So we can put a stack here, and on this stack we will be able to add more components. For example, let's add a text component where we can put text for our application. We add some text here. We can change the size. We can use at least 30 a size. We can even also make a smaller ship by dragging the stack component. The ship will have a smaller size. We can keep this as it is. You can save it. You can give it a look. And we can just, if we are about to do a similar section, we can clone this section. How we can clone this section? Just click on here, and we can put a name. Let's put here Hero 1, Hero 2, but in this case we were doing it different. We were using the text here and the image here at this side. We change the image. After we finish here, we can click again on save, and we have now two hero sections with a main heading component and longest slogan section. We wait a little until the page takes our changes, and we reload again to see how it's looking. Let's do more changes here. Let's visual changes. We can put this at this side in order to see better distribution on the components. We can also create another section. Let's start here. Let's click on the stack. We can add things inside our stack. This is the proper way to do it. And let's add another image. We will add before a text. Liquidity is already here. We center it. We can put it in a bubble of our sheet. We use a different letter. We need to promote our trading component, so we can put a quote here. We can change the size. Let's use 20, and let's put a name. We save again, and now we will add a swap component. This is possible by clicking on section, going to swap component on Web3. Here is the component, here is cryptocurrency. We can choose among the variants of classic, pro, and modern. Choose the pro one, it looks better, or we can look the modern. Let's use the classic one because we love the classics. Default network will be Polygon. You see that is the only network to choose because we make this possible by disabling all the other networks. We put Polygon again. Input token will be the token that you are asking to your clients for buying your token. The default output token will be your NapCoin token because you want your people to buy your token. The slippage, you can leave it on 0 or you can use another percentage. Let's use 5. You can click here, show only my tokens on search. This, by clicking this square, you will enabling only your selected tokens or your imported tokens. Do you remember that we turned on some tokens on Polygon in the token section? Well, if you click on here, only those tokens will be tradable in your application. So we don't want that. We want that all the Polygon tokens can be tradable. We untick this. We click on gasless swaps because this will help to improve the pricings on the trading operations of your clients. This can be toggled on or toggled off by your clients, but enabling on here will make it by default in the DApp. This enable URL params, it will be for only the Pro version. If you choose the Pro version and you enable the URL params, every time you do a query, if you put here one metric and for example you want to buy apps with one metric, it will take here a complete URL parameters that you will be able to copy and use it in other situations. We are not using it because we are not selecting the Pro variant. And here, by clicking here, you can enable external tokens as well. All the tokens that are possible to use, you can click on here. We click on enable external tokens, we click on save it, and now we click again and we can change the name swap component. We click on enter, we click on save, we save again, and we wait a little until the changes are sent to production. Let's reload this. Let's add some things here in the hero section we want to add a text y NapCoin. We can add this on 40 and we can make it bold, save it, we drag it into here, we want to use it here, click again, enter, saving, we save again, we send to production, and we just wait. Let's reload again. You can see why NapCoin. Let's put those letters a little smaller. This is a very huge letter. You can use 20. 20. You can use 20. You can change the letter sizes. We can save it. If we are using 20 there and we are using 40 here, we can use 20 here as well. 20. We can use 20 here as well and see how are the sizings going. This is 40 on black. Now I see that this is a 20. And we save again and we wait until the changes are sent to production and we can see how is getting look. You see that we have everything set here. It doesn't look very great, but I don't have great taste for designing, so you can do it better than I am doing. Let's put a bigger size here for the letters, tier 2. Hero 1. We can use tier 2 and hero 2. And we can even use a bigger images. Let's put a bigger images to make it look better. You can use 30 here as well. 20, no, 30, 40, and we save. Let's wait. We have our swap component here, our main heading. Let's reduce a little the size of our sheet by adding some dividers. One divider here. If we don't want to add another new divider, we can just clone it. We click on there, we clone it, and we drag it and drop it where we want. Not here, definitely. Here, yes. Welcome to Siesta, the most pleasant place to rest your funds. We can make it there. We can save again, and we are already sending to production. Let's reload it. We have a smaller sheet here. We need to improve this. What we can do, we can just change this long slogan section. We can copy the text, we can delete it, and we can use this same section to add our smaller text on here. We see that we have 20, 30, here we have 60, and we have 100. We need to change here the text sizes as well to 30, and we need to change it here as well to 30. Okay, save it. And if we think that the text is good here, we can leave it as it is, or if we see that we can add another spacer here, maybe just divider. I can clone this divider, I can paste it here, and now we have two dividers. We can use the background and make it a little darker in order for the letters to be better read. We can leave it on 20, the default is 10, we leave that, we click on save, and we wait until everything goes to production. It's already on production. You can see that we have our slogan, we have our logo, we have why NapCoin. We can make this smaller, or we can leave it as it is. We can add more things here. We can add even a better looking separator as an image also here, and we can change. Let's change this text and use 60 because 60 looks better. 60. We can use here 30. We keep only as 30. We save it, and we wait a little until everything is sent to production. You can see it's sent to production. Let's wipe NapCoin 60. 40 is just too small, 60 is better. Let's click on save again. We go back to it takes it basically instantly. You can make this with a background and put a different background from this one here below. You can see that the swap component is here, perfectly usable. Let's connect our wallet because this is a different application from DexAppBuilder. We need to connect our wallet. We are connected our wallet. You see that is reading my balances, and I can sell all my coins for 2.5 matic that I spent for creating the liquidity pool, or we can just buy some NapCoins with matic. We click on max, or we want to buy just one. It will take the price automatically. The transaction cost will be basically zero, and you can click on swap, confirm your swap, and receive your tokens right away. Let's continue with more things to our page. Let's add a call to action section in the dark version here, and we will use the liquidity pool. We can go back and we paste the URL here, opening a new page, and we click on save. Save was correct. Let's go back into our DApp. Let's refresh it and go down. See that this is our DApp, and this is the button from our call to action. Let's go back to the management section and see how other things what we can change from our DApp. We save everything here. Let's go to the Navbar. The Navbar is the navigation bar at the top, we see that we have the swap page by default, and we have the wallet by default. We can delete the default pages and add new different ones based on created pages, menus, or external pages with names. Let's put change the contract, swap, contract, wallet, contract. We move the items clicking in the arrows, we save it, and we just wait until the changes are made. Let's change now the search bar. We can enable a search bar in our application if we have a lot of assets offering there, if we have a lot of collections, if we have a lot of tokens, or we have a lot of information, we can enable a search bar and hide collection or hide tokens on search and refine better our search bar for our clients. As long as we are not using it right now, we click on save, we keep it, turn it off, and we move now to the layout. What's the layout? This is the design for the top menu. We see that the default menu is this one, but we can use an alternative version. We can change among alternative or default menu, or we can select a sidebar menu. Let's leave it as the default one. Let's click on save, and let's move on to the another customizable section, that is the footer menu. You can see that your footer has a contact us link that leads to our contact section on dexkit.com. You don't want that in your application, you can delete it and add new links or new pages heading to your application. For example, we are adding an external page and we add Google here, just an example. We save it, we save again, and we just wait until the changes got on production by just waiting and reloading. You can see that Google is already here. It also updated the contract menu there in the top menu. We click on there and we have our contract in PolygonScan, and we have also our footer. Let's go now into the SEO options. The SEO options is all the whole title of your application and your pages, and even the description for SEO discovery. Let's use the siesta, the sleepiest token on Polygon. Okay, we have a description. We put the description here. We can also use artificial intelligence in order to improve all these components, but we are not using it right now. And we can also change the share image. Let's use this one. Let's save. And yes, now we have a home title. We have a description, we have a share image, and we will reload this. Now let's go to the analytics section. That is the simplest thing ever. You need to create a Google property in your Google Analytics console and paste here the tag. The tag will look as this one in the example, and you save and it will take automatically all the data received on your decentralized application. Or you will know who will be your audience, you can predict your audience, you can know from where are your clients coming, and even more. So Let's go back to the general section, the first section we filled with our application, and we click again on open URL, and you can see that our application is done. We offer a basic service here of trading a meme token. Obviously, this is an example. If you are a creative person, the possibilities here are endless. So now you have the whole concept on how to create a meme token and a meme project. We want to cheer you up and motivate you to create your decentralized application on these bear markets and enjoy the possibilities that you can unlock by having your own Web3 business. And well, this it is. We finished to creating our meme token project. You can saw that was a simple project, but it covers everything we need in order to sell our meme token. So if you wanted to add more features, more contracts, more functions, and a lot of new things or different things to your decentralized application, please visit our channel here on YouTube and check all the videos we have prepared for you. We deployed a lot of contracts. We created gated content sections. We created NFT collections. We created a lot of things that you can just review and use them for your new decentralized application. Without any more to say, I give you my appreciation and I thank you again for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and we will see ourselves in another video. Bye bye, my friend.